take it easy, day by day. Oh, that's what we do. Watching people all stressed out, running through their lives, a game they play, 1,000 miles of sadness. I can be with you wherever, stay at home or in a foreign land. I can stay like this forever, 'cause I got the world in my hand. Don't you worry about tomorrow. Let's stay up until the morning light. Let the sun take care of your sorrow, and I promise the kids will be alright, 'cause we don't want them all stressed out, running for their lives, a game they play, 1,000 miles of sadness. I can be with you wherever, stay at home or in a foreign land. I can stay like this forever, 'cause I got the world in my hand. Yes, I got the world in my hand. I got the world in my hand. Yes, I got the world in my hand. Yes, I got the world in my hand. Yes, I got the world in my hand. Yeah, I got the world in my hand. I can be with you wherever, stay at home or in a foreign land. I can stay like this forever, 'cause I got the world in my hand. 'Cause I got the world in my hand. I can be with you wherever, stay at home or in a foreign land. 'Cause I got the world in my hand. I can stay like this forever, 'cause I got the world in my hand. Oh, 'cause I got the world in my hand. Oh, 'cause I got the world in my hand. I can be with you wherever, stay at home or in a foreign land. 'Cause I got the world in my hand. I can stay like this forever, 'cause I got the world in my hand. 'Cause I got the world in my hand.
Life's a coat of many colors. It is never black and white. Can't have one without the other. The dark without the light. In the summer we were lovers. With the flame our hearts would burn, a flame the autumn would smother, and leave this heart to yearn No more waking up early just to watch you sleep. We turn a blind eye to worry, but such times we'll never keep. I found a new smile this morning that doesn't come out as a frown, a smile to wear while performing, and to hide the tears of this clown. Forever blue, forever blue. I'm putting on a show for the world to see. No one will ever know that without you I'm forever blue. Yeah, I'm putting on a show for the world to see. No one will ever know that without you I'm forever blue.
Well, holy moly, friends. Not a bad trifecta of brand new music to kick off the Coalescence Act 7. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for session 1 of, oh dear, I daren't say how many sessions we're going to play here in the entirety of the sequel trilogy, as it were. But I do believe I have narrowed it to, I think we're going to be able to get 14 sessions for each table before we take our holiday break over December. That's the first and next break that we will be taking here. I already took my summertime break back in March, so we're gonna roll straight on through. The occasional adjustment notwithstanding, and usual scheduling snafus and what have you of that nature. So I don't have a clever intro prepared here. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here as we craft the opening narrative for what is sure to be a slightly different experience than what we've had in Coalescence Acts 1 through 6. That is the hope, anyway. Something a bit more player-focused, role-play over role-play focused, as it were. So here's hoping that our cast of characters are up for taking more of a spotlight role in the acts ahead. Let's jump into the voice chat here, and I'll continue our intro.
I'm a simple man making his way through the galaxy, like my father before me.
Truer words never spoken. Good morning, friends.
Hey, Daniel.
Howdy, strangers.
Morning, Dan.
Howdy.
Yeehaw. Well, good to see you all here this morning for the kickoff of a new trilogy of campaign action here in the Coalescence, as we were going into here on Streamland before joining the voice channel here at the Gaming Lounge. This is intended to be a different experience than what we've had before. Don't get me wrong, we will still have plenty of mechanical interaction. We're playing an entirely new system, I might add. That might have been the first thing I should have mentioned, is we are playing the 2024 system at last, now that 2026 is almost halfway over. That was primarily for logistical reasons. By the time 2024 was officially released, we were just starting the zombie apocalypse section of the Coalescence, i.e. Acts 4 through 6, and our longtime friends here at Role Playing Unlimited will attest to the fact that we have transitioned to different systems midway through campaigns pretty much at every turn in the past, and it has never gone well. We were playing 2nd edition, and we transitioned to 3E. We turned 3E campaign into a 4E campaign, which was the worst of the worst. And thankfully, we didn't play 4E long enough to do anything like that for a 5E conversion. But many players were a bit hesitant to try to convert 5E to 5.5, especially considering at that time all we had was the player's handbook, and by this time in 2014 we had a dozen plus source books, all these different options. So it really wasn't until 2025 that a significant part of the community wanted to really start getting into the 24 rules, but of course by then we're well into the Act 5. So it's only now that we are finally at last playing a 2024 campaign, which fittingly so, now we've got a good half dozen or so expansion books, plus a lot of the 2014 expansion books, especially the later ones that were released after like 2020, fit better with the 5.5 than the 5E system. Of course, all of it can be integrated. The short of that, as I understand it, is, of course, for our intents and purposes, we are going to play all 2024 unless there is no other choice. If you want to play a species or a subclass or something that only exists in 2014, you are free to do so, on the understanding that it's likely to not match up very well mechanically. You might kind of feel a little bit less than some of your other player characters who are playing the more modern conceptual version of the game. So we've all gone through that. We've all gone through character creation. A additional major difference between this and previous campaigns is I went through all 32 of our characters at the 5 tables that we will be playing and crafted a backstory of sorts for all of them. Some of them I just have basic notes on. Some of them I have more in-depth plot, because some of these will be getting into more early into Act 7, and some of them we might not be getting into until later. But everybody's got some kind of tie into the larger story, whether that's a tie to another character, a previous event, a previous faction, a previous anything from the Coalescence Acts 1 through 6. It's a long time coming to get us to this point, and as we said, we are going to try something a lot more player and character focused, and not just so much combat to combat to combat. All of those always had like their point in the overall narrative from progressing us from point A to point B and what have you, but there was always, at least at a few of our tables, some lament that we don't get a whole lot of time to roleplay. Most of our roleplay is kind of confined to the Discord channel between sessions, and that's always hard to schedule. So the intent with this one is, of course, to even things out a bit more, hopefully. But that's largely determined by our cast of players and just how up to the task they are in that respect.
This cereal's delicious.
Is it Lucky Charms? Tell me it's Lucky Charms.
Mini Reese's peanut butter puffs.
Oh, wow. Yeah, far too sweet for me, but I've seen them before and lamented that I'm far past the age where my stomach could handle such a thing. So, if you joined us 2 weeks ago for Vecna Endgame 5, we are picking up directly from that point. Let's go ahead and jump into the next section of the stream here. It's not much different than the one we're already looking at, but I guess now you get to see the tabletop here and some of what we're looking at. You do have 5 choices for guilds, or factions I should say. You could join the Mandos, the Orange Deluxe. Of course, many of you declined to join Orange Deluxe last campaign when J-Man tried to make you founding members. The Lollipop Guild is always a fantastic choice. If anybody knows what reconsidering Sandy is and can answer it within like 3 seconds, you get extra cool points for that. Shit. And I've stood all I can stands and I can't stands no more. That is, of course, very well known from Popeye. But yes, Reconsidering Sandy, King of Queens, if anybody's ever a fan of that show. Good times. All right, that's all, of course, in jest, as is much of our board here. The important section is up here on the upper right, and poor Rog. Look at his HP compared to the rest of you here. I guess at least he's got more HP than our party companion. For transparency here, I have closed off several of the Beskar redemptions in Twitch. All of the stuff that I closed off last time, with some exceptions. I kept the rare magic item open at this stage of the game, whereas last campaign I closed it in the early stage of Act 4. Redeem a level for any of your characters. A change in that respect that I made is you can only do a level or a big level. So if you've got the Beskar to do a level now and you think that you might want to oomph up your character with an extra level now or at any time before level 10, which that'll probably be this entire year, is a good time to do so. Otherwise, a number of the Beskar redemptions have been closed off. Primarily the upper tier, like I closed off the big level because that, just to avoid confusion. Full boat as well in that respect, but some of the upper tier ones are still available, like Unique Power. You are able to redeem that, with the understanding that once you redeem it, I'm probably going to put you on like a 4 to 6 session hold while I observe your character, how you play them, what motivations they have, and what power might work in some kind of interesting fashion, not only with your existing character kit, but also the rest of the group as a whole. So we'll go through all of this at each of our tables going forward. But to tie that back to, if you caught us 2 weeks ago for the conclusion of Vecna Endgame 6, actually, I think it was. I had hoped that we would get to 7, because 7 was a big theme with Vecna. Good morning there, friends, in Streamland. Grumpy Old Fat Guy and DJ. Don and I went to go check out a indoor arena football game last night. Good times, although my head is still ringing from the I felt like I was at a club sitting next to the speaker right there. Our characters were successful, to say the least, in their unmaking of Vecna himself, which has reset the coalescence. It has decoalesced the multiverse, so it may not be the most appropriate to call this campaign the Coalescence anymore, but hey, I was calling it that during Acts 1 through 3 when we were building up to the Coalescence, so why not keep the name after? It's a post-Coalescence, if you will. But as far as we are aware, everything has been reset back to its normal place. There's no longer a Chicago 1999 mixed with a cringe Dragonlance around the age of the Cataclysm. There's no longer a Forgotten Realms Sword Coast merge with a feudal and then later a cyberpunk Japan setting. Everything has returned to its normal state. Feudal Japan is where it belongs. Cyberpunk Japan likewise. Forgotten Realms, Enemir, Star Wars, all of our galaxies, multiverses are reset. For whatever reason, this caused all of our characters from the original trilogy, who are a couple of months out now from the Nihilus Endgame event. They've been rescued from that imploding planet. They have been safely brought aboard the Judicial Star Destroyer, which itself took considerable time to repair from whatever electromagnetic pulse seemingly came through and disabled it for a good number of days. And then whatever the Time Mistress did that brought this vessel from that multiverse back to this reality, where seemingly she was just in time to intervene in the Vecna endgame. That plan was promptly shut down by the mysterious Chiss girl known only as Zerend, and her fate as of now is still unknown. Last we saw, she was unconscious and in death save mode, and nobody was able to restore any hit points to her before the decoalescence occurred. And for our characters aboard the Star Destroyer, you were forced out of real space into deep space, basically a much slower form of hyperspace, to use Star Wars vernacular, not to go into Star Trek, what have you, because I'm not as familiar with that. And I haven't brought Star Trek into the Coalescence. If I did, though, it would be the Borg, and you guys wouldn't like it. So, after a great number of days in deep space, with the vessel once again disabled inexplicably, and our best engineers working to try to get this thing fixed up, suddenly we are just as quickly ejected from deep space back to a strange blue water planet with substantial continent formations. One of them happens to be less than a mile outside of our view screen as we are rapidly descending to, oh god, it's too late, we're going to crash. And that is where our opening scene begins for Coalescence Act 7. For all of our tables, we are going to be at this crash scene on the beaches of, you guys all chose a number of months ago when we put it to a vote in the polls channel here at Roleplaying Unlimited. You guys voted for New Zealand. We are not fighting a cactus again. Oh, we might fight cactar a good few times. That reminds me, let me change this. I don't like... yeah, turn off the background chat beep. I generally have that turned off. Alright. Otherwise I get inundated. Boop, 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 boop. Text chat, turn that off too on the other side. Beauty-miss. Alright, so we're going to have a bit of a learning curve here as we are learning a new system, a new character sheet as well. Additionally, new characters who, while you are portraying the characters that you played in Acts 1 through 3, if you were with our community back then, the power that your characters gained, keep in mind we are following roughly the same path from point A to point Z, from the formation of our group to getting to the Nihilus endgame. Our companions are fairly familiar with each other in the context of adventure. It's basically been non-stop battle after battle after battle, so we haven't had a whole lot of time, despite the number of months that we have spent getting to Nihilus and resolving Nihilus. This is really the first time that we're going to have to explore who our characters are, and each of you have been given specific information in that respect, as well as a general recommendation for what you should and maybe should not do at certain points of the storyline. You all received that exact same one, so you know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Otherwise, the powers that your characters had gained getting to Nihilus, for whatever reason, this trip in deep space has drained you of much of that. Your characters would have been level 15, 16, 17, some of you as high as level 20 and beyond. And now you're all reset back to level 3, not counting any boost that you may have already redeemed for your character or been entitled to through means of an annual subscription, for instance. But other than that, you've lost all of these abilities that you've spent the better part of a year honing and perfecting, and just as quickly, you are now bestowed with these strange new Cardathi powers, which are the Role-Playing Unlimited Coalescence way of saying superpowers. We've all rolled for superpowers. We all have at least one. Many of our characters have more than one to start off. Every character will have a full suite of Sigma, Alpha, and then Omega powers by the time the campaign ends. It's just a matter of if you wanted to kickstart that process or give yourself a few extras along the way. All's fair in D&D and War, or whatever. I'm not sure. But that brings us to our opening stage here, which is largely going to be theater of the mind. I didn't want to go into a whole lot of map crafting, not knowing exactly where we were going to go, considering the hopeful character first focus of all this. What's up, J-Man? There he goes, redeeming the epic level gift a character. Yes, indeed. Half off for epic subs. Whoop, whoop. All right, so I will go through Johnny's introduction here, if for no other reason than its obvious nature. I'm not going to go into any of his character stuff, but his token is indeed showing correct. He is down about a full third of his HP value. He has got a nasty, grievous wound to his leg. It's causing some movement difficulties as well. All of your characters, whether you're coming to on the beach itself, in the forest a little ways in, whether you're actually coming to in the water or aboard the crashed vessel itself, all are viable options for where your characters began. I didn't stick you anywhere in particular other than you are at the crash site. So from there, otherwise, Ariana has a character that she will be crafting to join our party, hopefully next session. And we'll save any introductions in that respect for that time. Otherwise, we've got 3 characters here. Reeve is with us. I just did not see any character token or artwork attached to him, so that's why I didn't drag him out yet.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I was trying to keep the surprise, but yeah. So Adam, could you create a blue barbarian, dragonborn barbarian?
Very cool. Absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't sure if
Great.
you were saving it for the game itself or what have you.
Yeah, I was gonna reveal it and then have him make a token afterwards. I was just in the air for a while, so we worked it out and decided on it better.
Sure. All right.
So, hey, are you going to do their other introductions real quick, and then get to me?
You're already talking. You go ahead and go first, brother.
All right. Well, Reeve wakes up. Why are we always crashing? Sees the pod and then kicks the door off, and then looks around like, why is there water everywhere? Where's everyone at? Hey! So, Reeve is very much a big guy, likes to fight, tries not to think as much because sometimes the people on the Judiciary Committee didn't like him speaking. But,
I was hoping you would bring that back.
yeah. I remember the jokes I used to make with Reeve. But, yeah, the people on the Judiciary Committee, they looked at him weird sometimes when he spoke words, so he's been trying to work on his intelligence a bit. But he's still the same lovable guy that will instantly destroy you if you hurt his friends.
Fair enough. We do know that about him. He has been a loyal and stalwart companion in our game so far. Oh, I can see the chat is being weird here as well. Yeah. Look how it's copying onto the live stream. It's like cutting off sections of it. It's hard to get that section right. Well, we got Adam, we got Katie, and we got Sarah. Who wants to go next for what our friends know about us at this point?
I mean, my introduction's pretty simple. You don't know me, except for Aldwin, but obviously Johnny isn't here, so for your understanding, I am a complete unknown.
So how do they first witness your character at this crash site?
So my character and her animal companion, a dire corgi, will come galloping out of the forest, full speed, bow drawn, arrow knocked. She'll call out, who's there? Anybody alive? Anybody standing? I've got questions and I need answers.
Hi, I'm Reeve.
Greetings. What happened? You guys, spaceship? Really? Crashing on the beach? Little cliche, don't you think? But how the heck did you guys get here?
Well, we were at a battle against something that was going to try to eat worlds. Then this person came and was like, "Oh, I'm here to kidnap you and save you from dying," and she put us on the ship, and then we started going out here. Then that lady went to another battle, and then she got murked, and then the spaceship suddenly took off, and then it stopped and broke apart, and now we're here.
Wow. Talk about convoluted. Some lady who kidnapped you all, snuck you onto spaceship. That's strange. What do you think, Gwydion? What you smell, boy? So my dire corgi will be snuffling the ground, snoot working hard, and he'll be taking in your scents and trying to pick up any residuals in the area to see if anything concerning is going on here. Anything we would be familiar with.
I got some beef jerky in here if you want that.
Dire Corgi, that is correct. Let's have a perception check from Party Companion. Our first official roll on the 2024 sheet. Of course, it's a perception check.
Yes, and he has refined senses as well, so it'd be a +10 to his perception. His perception is a 22.
Yowie wowie.
Yep. I have crafted him with an NPC sheet, so he doesn't really have like skill rolls. I can roll mine, obviously,
There should
because I have
be a way
proficiency
to
in it.
input that, but yeah, certainly do what you gotta do to.
But I mean,
facilitate it.
he's excellent at perception.
Faux show. Yeah, even if you just do a manual die 20 roll with the bonus, or wow, 27 first roll on 5.5. Okay.
His snoot be good.
All right. There is a definite familiar scent and residual energy presence, Cardathi energy in particular, of the one who you know as Hyi'Rhi 182.
I knew it. She's involved. She has to be. But these people, they still need my help. And maybe they can help me. Alright. So she's just muttering to herself from atop the corgi as he's snooting around. So I'll reserve judgment, I suppose. They could be useful.
Hey, look, there goes Taskus.
Who's he?
Yeah, exactly. Wrong character, but for some reason he'll be present for the entire campaign with this group. Just as an extra means of taunting.
I'll make the dire corgi hate him.
How do I add the picture to the thing?
How do you do what with who?
I'm trying to add these pictures that I got from
Oh, gotcha.
for my token art.
Let's see.
He posted it. He posted it in the.
Oh, somebody posted it? Cool.
Yeah, let me see where he posted it.
Yeah, it's just to the left of the print icon on the upper right. It's the little character with the gear button. Or a little avatar with the gear button, I should say. Okay, so Adam or Katie, who would like to introduce next?
I will. Well, Rock comes walking out of the water, unharmed, but changed somehow. They know him, but don't, by his appearance. Even he thinks there's something wrong because he does not look the same as he did before. But he looks around to notice a certain family member is missing.
Ooh.
And he does not know what to do.
let's have you start off with a perception check and a wisdom saving throw. Just toy around with these sheets and get used to how to use them.
I found the way to
cowboy.
make his perception check now.
That is most excellent. Perception for Rog. Of course, there are dozens of other, at this stage, nameless NPCs who are also survivors of this wreckage. Most of them are Confederacy personnel of some sort or another. It makes sense given that the Judicial was a Confederacy vessel. But there are also some private civilians who were aboard this vessel for any number of reasons. Some of them were your characters. Not all of your characters were part of the Confederacy. Of course, the being tied in with Nihilus was kind of its own thing. And the Confederacy, as the leading quote-unquote authority in the galaxy, had a very vested interest in seeing Nihilus come to a swift and ignominious conclusion. Wisdom saving throw, not so great there. Perception check is pretty good as you're looking through these unfamiliar faces. Okay, I've seen that person on board the ship once or twice before. There's one of my companions over there. You are certainly more and more convinced that the person you are seeking is not here at this site, but there are dozens and dozens of people, at least like 50 plus, who are scattered over this entire site. So perhaps you just need to give it some time and maybe broaden your search a little bit. But as it is for right now, you do not see who you're looking for, and you are absolutely distraught with that failed wisdom saving throw.
Rob falls to his knees, covers his face with his sort of new hands.
And Katie, tell us about your character, please.
Sure, why not? Okay, quick clarification though. So, since this is like the one character I'm playing this campaign that I didn't actively like play in
Right.
Acts 1 through 3, I'm still playing her as if she were there for Acts 1 through 3, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Okay, so she's gonna kind of like wake up slightly outside of the ship as if she was just kind of like tossed out of the window during like the crash landing or something. And she's just gonna kind of like look around, and she's gonna like kind of see all this weird shit happening around her with her companion. She's like talking to this new like random girl, and she's gonna see this dog just like actively sniffing and wanting everything to be a threat, and yet nothing is a threat. And I'm just gonna like look up, see the people I was on the ship with. Clearly not all the people, because there are only like 4 of us. And I'm just gonna be like, where's everybody else?
Oh, Reeve has appeared.
Yeah, I do a couple extra steps to get those image files to load.
Very nice. I'll get your token set up here. And a important step to knock out here early. Does what kind of super or special vision do our characters have? Who's got dark vision?
Nope. But my dog does have refined senses.
I got dark vision. Aha!
Alright, so Sarah does not have dark vision, so we're going to equip you with a torch, basically. 20 feet bright light, 20 feet dim light. Everybody will be able to see this light, not just yourself, of course. Reeve has, what is it, 60 feet?
Yep, that's what it says.
Alright, 60 feet dark vision. Adam, Katie?
Nope, I have nothing.
Was that a negative from Katie as well?
Correct. I've got my
Okay.
torch. That's it.
There
My
we
dog
go.
has 60 feet.
I was gonna apply that regardless, so I'm glad that they actually counted that. Because, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
In between his primal companion stats and his refined senses additional stats, he's all souped up with every form of sense perception there is.
Alright, he's got Vecna sense. He can see True Shroud. Nice.
He can see all things, but with his nose.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Private DM right there. Yes, alright, so we got all the visions set for your characters. Who am I? Oh, that's Aldwin. I did not get him set, so yeah, we'll hold off on that. And then we get Rog Stonehead. Or is it Stonehead? Let's see here. How do we... Okay, yeah, we remove that. Use the new token. And then same thing, repeat the process for everyone else. 2 down. Moving pretty quick here compared to the old sheet. That's pretty nice. On over to Reeve. Delete.
Oh, hey, look, my husband's in the chat.
Replace Johnny. Do it for Johnny, man. Do it for Johnny. There's Sarah. Take that. Add that. Save that. Okay. And then for our dire corgi.
If anyone's curious, they do not have the path of the Totem Bear Barbarian in this edition of the Dragon anymore. It's now called Path of the Wild Heart.
Oh, all right then. Okay, well, I do have a map here built for us to, I guess, get a little team building exercise going. You know how I like to do that in the early stages. So, let me just double check, make sure everything, yes, looks good. We do find a section of the judicial wreckage that possibly bears some exploration. You can see one of the engines right here laying on the beachfront. Complete wreckage here otherwise, allowing some accessibility. Careful of this thing. This thing looks like ED-209. You have 15 seconds to comply. Also kind of looks like the suit that Ripley wears at the end of Aliens. Alright, well, let's do exploration initiative here, as we have gotten used to. So everybody roll the old initiative, and we'll see who's going in what order. Looks good to me. Alright, so we will have... Looks like Rog gets the first turn order here. How you want to approach this heap.
Right, Rog moves to there and have a look around.
Alrighty. Passive perception is not picking up a whole lot of interest in here aside from this machine right here, which is currently deactivated. Whether it's got power or any functionality is TBD, but at least it doesn't attack you when you enter the chamber. We will have Sarah take her turn next. Was that a move and a dash to get there, Adam?
No, I got 60 feet.
Oh! Hold off just a second then, Sarah. Go ahead with whatever else you got there, Adam.
No, I think that's all, actually.
Oh, all right. Then, Sarah, go ahead with your turn.
All right. My fairy atop her corgi will, following his nose and his keen senses, will begin to go into the wreckage. Not really sure, but we're kind of just following a scent trail, looking for clues. She's still not really sure about these people, so she's keeping her eyes on.
All right.
Boop, boop.
Looks like you find a door, larger
Door and
workspace
some
area.
sort of cargo compartment.
Yep, a couple more doors to the south.
All right, we're gonna keep. I'm gonna do another perception roll for scent trails
All right.
with my dog.
Very good.
Actually, that should be.
It's rolling in private. Okay. Was that a natural one? Because don't we have a plus 10 by default, or did it just not include that?
I did not roll it that way, and I'm surprised
I see.
it's.
So yeah, we just add 10 to that. 21, pretty good.
Hey, look, there's 10.
Hey, look, there it is. All right, exact same thing. Let's see, which of these doors should we place the old Time Mistress remains behind? Door number 4! Yeah, let's see with your vision right there. Yeah, you're able to see all the way down to there with the dim light.
And my dog certainly can.
Oh, definitely.
But no, my dog can go 70, so we've gone as far as we can.
Okay. Then Reeve, let's reeve it up, my friend.
Sorry about that. Okay, so Reeves been feeling a little different since he got here. Feels a bit faster. Kind of like, yeah, super speed. So there's 60, 70, so I think if he was movement left. Huh. This place.
It's seen better days.
Yeah, why not? It has. I'm going to draw my great action in case someone tries to pop out from behind here. And then my turn.
All right. He's got a interesting sense of danger about that door in particular, but little does he know the latrine is actually this door over here. Dum, 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 dum. I'm going to deploy a gas cloud into this room, scare the bejesus out of everyone. Katie, your first turn in 2024 rules here at Role Playing Unlimited. Look at that hit point total.
Yeah. Yeah, God really pulled through with Arabia.
Goddess.
Okay. Yeah, you know. Something pulled through. That's all I'm saying. So, just one more point of clarification that I didn't even think about on my last term. Did I wake up with my companion with me, or should I be looking for her?
You definitely have your companion. They are
Okay.
safely tucked
All
away.
right. Then I will not. Then I will not. Okay. Good. I'm gonna say, like, because when you're, crash landing on an island, I feel like things can get lost pretty quick.
Lost being the key word.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Ha, ha, ha. My puns aren't funny when they're not intended. It doesn't count. And then, okay, that's my 35. I will action
I
dash.
can't remember. Did I?
And then I'll just be using, like, my passive perception to see if, like, anything sticks out to me. Passive is, like, 17.
See you at the party,
I'm not, like,
Richter.
super worried about it. Because, like, in my mind, I'm just, like, we crashed. Like, I don't think sabotage is really going on. I'm not really actively looking for anything in particular.
Fair. Yeah, 17 passive. You're just picking up a lot of wreckage and some loose cargo
Yeah.
containers that have kind of spilled into the opening right here. They may have some useful items to be found within, or they might just be filled with personal effects, which might be useful all the same.
Well, that will have to wait until my next turn because I used my action to dash.
All right. Well, Rog, it is back to your turn, and your passive perception is spotting the very person that you are looking for in the shadows, hiding, terrified, crying, all the way up here against this side of the chamber.
I hear the cry and I go to see who it is. Really?
They have their face kind of buried in their hands, but the style of clothing, the general just shape of the person, and the sound they make when they cry, which is not the first time you've heard it, you're positive. You have absolutely found her.
Right, can I try to lift the debris off here?
You certainly can. Go ahead and roll Athletico. Oh, my back, my intercostals. Yeah, you are able to lift it sufficiently, and in the process of so doing, you briefly kind of interpose the debris between your line of sight to her. And as you're positive that you've got this debris out of the way so that she can crawl out, you kind of pop your head around to get a look at her again and say, okay, you're free to go. Let's get out of here, whatever. And she is not there. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. You hear the sound of metal footsteps on metal deck plating, quickly approaching your position, and suddenly this entire area lights up as you are inside of a hallway with two Confederacy droid guards that apparently are registering you as a threat. You have so far taken your action and some of your movement, so what else would you like to do? It looks like you could possibly try to escape off of the map in this direction, or possibly head south to this closed door over here. Or you could fight these guys, although you don't really have an action at this point.
Right, I'm gonna run towards the closed door. And that's where I end.
All right. You can see that the magnetic lock on this door is engaged, and you are on the side of the door that it can be unlocked from. It could theoretically be unlocked from the other side, but you either need the proper credentials or a really good hacking score, or pick lock would suffice in this case. We're going to roll some initiative for these guys here. Let them join in on the fray. I'm going to keep it old school here, as I don't intend on these guys being recurring villains, so I'm not going to craft character sheets for them. They go on a 13, which means Rog is done, Sarah's turn is up, and then these guys get to go. And Sarah is the one on the other side of this door.
The other side of the locked door?
Correct. You don't know that it's locked yet, but Rog, who is approaching it from the other side, can certainly see that it is. You can hear footsteps quickly approaching that position on the other side of the door as well, so you might interpret it as some kind of threat. Let's check insight.
I could. Insight for me or for Dog?
For both of you. All right. You're pretty sure that whoever that is on the other side is Rog. You're not sure how he got on the other side of this locked door, but the movements and the huffing and puffing as he is running away from these things are sounds that you've heard in previous combats.
All right. I'll call out to these two. They're allies of convenience as of currently, and I'll be like, "Hey, I think your other friend is on the other side of this door, and some things going on. Do you guys? Should we go and investigate? I mean, it's up to you. He's your friend."
If he's in trouble, we should go help him, yes.
I mean, yeah.
All right, if that's the case, Cleodna will nod her head, and she will reach out from the back of her corgi and attempt to open the door, which, you know, as we know, won't work.
That's correct.
But she'll try, it'll fail, she'll bang on it a couple times, say, "Rog, if you're there, you should open the door."
Well,
Which door was door number 4, by the way?
It's directly south of you. It's where Reeve posted up.
Okay. So she'll be banging on the door, and the dog will kind of still be he'll be sniffing at the door, but then he'll still kind of do like a pointer dog sort of thing towards that door.
I take it your character does not have the ability to pick locks.
Oh, she is no rogue.
All right.
So I would say no.
That'll work. Let's see. We had that. We had that. All right. Let's bring up our droid defenders here. Stepping 25 feet out, 20 feet out. They will each take a single shot at Rog. Let's see, a mighty +3 bonus to each of these rolls. Well, that's a natural 1, and that is an 8 armor class, which I'm sure Rog has better than that. So both blaster shots just ricochet off the wall, and that will close out their turn, bringing up Reeve, who, even from this distance, you can hear the sounds of that blaster fire. You got your axe all ready for combat here. And there's something going on way the hell up here.
All right. So that door's locked then?
I think, did Sarah call attention to that?
Well, I attempted to open it. It didn't work, and then I banged on it, trying to get Rog to open it up. But, you know, my small little fist, it is small and not very good.
All right, I'm going to full bore charge at that door. all my speed to try to break it down.
Oh dear. All right.
So 50 feet of my movement to get there, so full bore charge. So,
It's
flash check to try to break the door.
It's a steel door. Let's put some oomph into it. Give me athletics.
That's what I get.
Hmm.
14. What happens to the thing where it rolls with advantage?
Yeah, exactly. I think I think there's a toggle for that we'll need to turn it on and off. Do you want to spend an inspiration to re-roll that? 14 will not get you there. Or a force point.
Yeah, I'll do it in Spo.
Okay.
I got like.
Yeah, look around on these character sheets. Do some exploration. I know some people already have and have started posting some tips. Oh, sad news. 18 will not get you there either. A force point might do it, though.
Then 2d8 force points.
All right.
It's still 2d8, correct?
Correct. 2d8, K1 or KH1 will automatically keep the highest of the two. That's a +8. You only needed a 2. So 18. That will jar the door off of its frame sufficiently that it just kind of cracks and makes a loud groaning noise as it goes collapsing onto the floor. Right about here. It's a good thing Rog stopped where he did. Otherwise, he would have had to fend off a falling metal door in his general direction.
Alright, and we will go ahead and keep moving with the rest of this movement and get up to. I'm guessing these are these guys right here. And get up to here.
Oh boy.
I'm guessing these are the guys, right?
Correct.
I use my action and everything else. I don't have any real bonus action they can do.
Throw me a freaking bonus.
I don't have a bonus action they can do. So I'm saving my rages for later. So.
All right, holding them
Oh, am I-
rages. Good deal.
Yep, ending turn.
Okay, Katie, your turn is up. The door that was locked and sealed is now laying on the floor.
Yeah, I honestly was not expecting him to use an inspo on that. Like, of all the things to use an inspo on, the door was not one of the things. But I was
Well, I took it as a
anticipating.
given. I
That
feel
was
like we're going to
awesome.
use half our monthly inspos just opening all these doors.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna start to move in. Oh no. Okay. Go here. 20 more feet. And then I am going to ready an action for when they inevitably come at us.
All right.
Um,
They do have blaster
and
rifles in hand, so it's possible they may just kapow kapow from where they're at.
yeah, well, I'm standing behind Reeve. So Reeve will take it for me.
Oh,
Reeve
look at
is the
this.
best shield.
There's new
Reeve is
default.
Yeah, well, I'm
There's new
assuming
default
he
icons.
has a pretty. I'm assuming he has a pretty good AC. So I am gonna just stick here and ready in action in case these guys are dumb and move. Half of the NPCs are stupid as hell. I'm banking on it.
Because this icon is up near the top of the new icon list that we have, I think let's use this new exclamation point that is titled custom. That's going to be our new ready icon. That way we don't have to scroll all the way to the bottom and look for the clock. All right, so there's that. Rogue, back to your turn.
Rog shouts back, do you take in shooting practice from stormtroopers or what?
Roger, roger.
And then Grog uses his bow to shoot the far one.
21 to hit for 12 damage with a +2 longbow. That is a solid connect to the center chassis, and this thing just sparks, sputters, and then falls down to the ground in a heap of metal.
That's how you aim.
Is that end of turn? Any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the
All right.
and then my turn.
That brings Sarah back to your turn.
All right. Seeing that we're attacking, we are going to charge in. Dog with fairy on top. It's coming in. Zigzag, boom, boom. Taking up position. And because I'm going to give my action to my dog, and he is going to do his beast strike.
All right.
We really got to figure out how to make it public.
Yeah, that's weird. Holy
Yeah, I've
moly.
been looking in the settings and I haven't been able to find it.
On your character sheet, at the top it says public or whisper. Mine's at the top of public.
Sure as shit, there it is.
All right, looks like a 12 to hit for 31 points of damage. Jeez, yeah.
My puppy's got Peerless Fighter, y'all.
That's a scrap heap of a droid right there. And we can officially remove them from the turn order. We'll still keep the exploration turn order in existence, but at least the threat has been dealt with.
So, Kleena will turn around and look at Rog and say, What were you going after? What'd you find? How'd you run into these malfunctioning idiots?
I thought I found my family member, and then somehow slipped into here.
Alright, well, you gotta be more careful. And I know I've got to check out a door down there. It's very important. So I'm going back that way. You guys need to watch yourselves. And with my remaining movement, I'm going to retreat back down the hallway.
Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. Felt like Steve was about to join in.
It's what it looked like for a second. Totally DJ's coming in.
Is that end of turn? That's all your movement?
Correct.
All right, Reeve, back to your turn. Does Reeve have a rainbow behind him? He sure does. How cool is that?
Look, he finds the beauty in nature, all right?
Heck yeah.
He finds the beauty in nature.
I love it. Very
That's why he's
fitting for
always
this
smiling.
month, too.
That's why he's always smiling. You see his smile? That nervous, it's my first day of class smile. Okay, well, Reed's gonna call it. Zyfox, are you somewhere in here, you stupid elf? And listen,
Yes,
see if he
me
hears
lord.
anything. Does he hear anything after calling that out?
Roll perception.
I'm gonna try this because I want to see if it works. I'm gonna try to switch this to advantage to see if we get 2 rolls now. So perception. Hey, it did get 2 rolls, but
Yeah.
I'll take the 15.
Okay. I forget what Zyfax's voice sounded like, but you can hear him shouting off from this section of the ship. Is that you, Reeve?
Oh, hell yeah! That's where I'm going. Coming from that side. Oh, There's nothing here. What the hell?
Yeah, that'll take you to the next map area if you want to proceed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like 5, 10, 40 feet to get there. Do I just continue moving forward, or you gotta load me in?
Oh, yep, 1 second. Huh. Yeah, you're not sure if somebody's having having a joke at your expense here or what the case is, but you're basically chuffing along at full speed here, and all of a sudden you run into a solid wall that you didn't see until you slammed into it, and take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half, because my damage resistance power.
Excellent. Oh, but it's a magical wall that deals prismatic damage. I can also use the rainbow. But yeah, just 8 regular damage, and then you kind of look around and you're like, what? And you don't hear Zyphex calling anymore. He was shouting pretty consistently for a few seconds there, almost as if to encourage you moving forward, and then all of a sudden, oh, the hell?
Okay, just learn something new with the sheet. As you guys take damage, you see where in the top right where it says damage or heal. Put in a number, then you'll hit either damage or heal, and that will automatically adjust for your hit points.
Yes, it do.
So I took people. You're fucking with me. I don't like this. Okay, so that was 40 feet, 70, 80, 90.
This
Oh,
also
my turn
leads
there.
to a
There.
different area if anyone would care to explore it.
I'll just say, don't trust what you hear. There's stuff trying to mess with you. Things are trying to mess with voices around here. And I'll end my turn.
Katie, that's back to you.
Okay. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to turn to Claudna. I know she said it, and now I can't remember how it was pronounced.
It was
And I want to
Cleona.
go, Cleona.
Was that it?
It's in chat, but it's Cleavna.
Oh, there it is.
It's Irish.
Cleavna. Yes,
Ah.
yes. I forgot that if DH. I forgot the DH is a B. So Cleavna. I'm gonna go. You fairy Cleo. I forgot. Sorry. Do you have magical abilities at all?
To a point. I'm a ranger from the Feywild, obviously. But I am no spellcaster. The bow in my hand and the beast beneath my legs is what I trust in more than any magic.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to detect magic.
Far from it. But my dog has a very powerful nose.
If it can sniff out magic, that'd be really helpful, because something's going on. Something's not right in here.
Daniel, shall we do a snoot check for magical interference?
Give it a... Well, on your turn, yes. Right now it's
Very well.
Katie's action.
And then after talking to her, I'm going to check with Rog and be like, what way do you want to go? I'm gonna stick with you. You seem to be finding the most trouble, and you also happen to be the weakest.
Get some ice for that burn.
You have less than half my total hit points at maximum.
So I will go wherever you want to go. So can I just kind of move when he moves on his turn because he goes right after me anyway?
Oh yeah, you can ready your move to move basically in response to his.
Okay, perfect. I will do that and I will just follow
All
him,
right.
albeit only 35 feet at a time. I don't know what his movement is, but I can only move 35 feet at a time. And then
Gotcha.
also take a dash action as well if I need to.
All right, Raw, go ahead with your turn.
Right, Rog dashes down to the hallway to where he last seen his daughter.
All right. He heads into the next map area. This goes down a narrow, winding corridor for about another 15 feet, kind of snakes a bit to the east and then back to the northwest, all the while becoming more tightly confined as it becomes very clear that this passageway is completely caved in from rubble. This section of the ship has just taken a lot of damage, and there's no passageway to take pretty much once you get off that side of the map.
Right, Rog turns around then. And he searches the 2 dead bots.
Alrighty. See what kind of condition they're in. Ah, yeah, splitting the group. Wonderful. Oh, yeah, these things are scrap. They barely survived the crash itself. Obviously, they didn't have a whole lot of accuracy, and what scrap you might have been able to make use of was destroyed in your destruction of them.
So no IDs or nothing like that?
Correct.
Right, I move there and stop here then.
Okay. So Klivna is next.
All right. As the centaur Arivia had asked, I will lean down, ruffling the fur of my dire corky's head and rubbing his ears. Say, "Go on, boy, have a sniff. Is there any sorcery about?"
Just out of curiosity, is the centaur a large creature or is it still medium-sized?
Well, Arivia is not a centaur, she's a Goliath, and I'm medium-sized. Pyra's the centaur, and she was moved to Stew Crew.
Oh, gotcha,
okay.
gotcha. Well, then
My
bad.
I'll ask
Yeah,
that
yeah.
question
No, you're
next
good.
Sunday. All right, so now that we got that, go ahead and roll that perception check, Sarah. Woo! Okay.
That's my boy. That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
The power of the snoot.
Pretty much right back to where you were before. Something's up with this door here.
All right, as he's doing pointer dog sort of deal, pointing down to the south. Once again, I'll say, the smell of magic seems to be the strongest that way, and that is where the smell of what I am looking for is also coming from. So, for now, I suppose you all should follow us, and we'll take our movement. And then I will end our turn here, because we're not quite close enough to interact with the door yet.
Gotcha. Reeve, back to you.
All right. Going to get my freaking heal 6 real quick. And 5, 10, 15, 20. 40. I'm gonna try to open this door.
All right.
Is it like click on the door? Oh,
It does open up. There is a bit of a residual electric charge on the door, however.
okay.
And since you just put your hand right into it, it's gonna deal. Let's see. Fuck yeah, 384 points of. Oh wait, that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Ew! 9 points of lightning damage. Son.
So round down to you need to do half. I'm a blue dragonborn. I'm resistant to lightning.
Correct. Yes, it's always round down, so you take 4.
4 damage.
Might be 4.
I healed. I like that new damage sheet right there, where it's just like putting the number and stuff. So I was like 70 feet to get there. I'm just gonna look around. If I can. Do I see anything from here?
Just the
map's not.
continuing of the passageway off of the map, but then pretty much almost immediately, about this point here, the whole hallway beyond that becomes a blur. Not dark, not enshrouded, it's just like you're looking through some kind of strange effect that you can still see the walls, the ceiling, the general shape of the hallway, but it's like you're on some weird acid trip from that square forward.
Guys, there's smell-o-vision this way. To the right, there's smell-o-vision. And I'll just move here and end my turn.
Okay. Oh, Katie, back to your turn, and then we'll take our halftime break.
Well, I'm just gonna do what I did last time and hold my stuff for when Rog goes, because I'm just following and protecting the weakest.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Mythalar cloak, but in tech form. A jetpack item. All right. Redeeming a rare magic item. J-Man there. Very cool, very cool. All right, friends. We will catch up with you in 10, 15 or so with the closing half of Session 1 of who knows how many of Coalescence Act 7. We'll see you shortly, friends, with more Are You Gaming.
Where'd y'all end up putting your inspos and destiny points and all that type of stuff at on your character sheet?
They were talking about it in the table chat, but there's a way to go into your features and traits and add a new feature and then tack things on as resources. Scroll down to the other section of your features and traits. You'll hit the plus sign and you'll click on the gear for advanced. And I've seen some, the way I did it is I wrote monthly resources because there's quite a lot of them for people that have subs and stuff. And you'll just write down that it's like from Role-Playing Unlimited or some subscription. And then down in the modifiers region, you'll hit add, choose new resource, and then write in force points, 10 out of 10, and then apply that, and then add a new one in for your inspos, for your destiny points, for your auto nat 20s, for your short rest, or convert a short rest to a long rest. All of those things that you get every month and stuff, and then you just save it as a whole new feature. So then when you use them, you can click them off or tab them down, and then at the start of each month, you just go and refill them all.
Yep, I'm gonna have to mess with this a bit more. I still have to add all my powers and get my Peel Spider and stuff like that.
Yeah, no problem. If you need help, I've done quite a bit of futzing around, so I can always help if you want it.
Well, Peel Spider is just adding 46 to the attack roll, right? To the
Yes.
damage.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be 4d6 added to whatever melee attack you're making. And the only caveat, at least for my dog, is that when he moves 20 or more feet in a single run, a single movement before he makes an attack, it adds another d6 to it.
Huh. I think I found it real quick. Let me see. Yep, I'm not liking that. See if I can fix that. It's just that one. Can't do anything. No. Okay, you're like extra smart. I don't know how to do all that type of shit.
As I said, once if you have like 5 minutes after session or right now, I can walk you through it a little bit
I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to get the Peerless Fighter, and that's okay. I'll look that over.
Fearless Fire is probably a little more important right now, and you can do that
Yeah.
in your free time. But I said they wrote down instructions for it in the RU Crew table chat. Let me see if I can scroll up and find it again, and I'll just DM it to you.
Do you remember when we first met? I thought my eyes would fall straight out of my head. Guess we are living proof of love at first sight. But now we both see love in a different light. Keeping love alive is a tricky thing. You gotta let it fly, gotta give it wings. If you wanna make it right, bloom and thrive. Don't hold on too tight, you know you gotta try. Keeping love alive.
Okay, so I'm trying to roll my. Where did it go? That's
Still here we are, my friend, over 10 years down the road. 3 kids in a big old house, can't weigh a heavy load. Life, gotta give it to you, don't know how you found the time. Making all ends meet while running down that line. Keeping love alive is a tricky thing. You gotta let it fly, gotta give it wings. If you wanna make it right, bloom and thrive. Don't hold on too tight.
see, it rolls one of them, but
Okay,
it doesn't
so
roll the 46.
I had this problem too. Go up into your sheet settings and
Shoot,
under combat, toggle on always roll damage. Because for
Okay.
my dog's Peerless Fighter, it wasn't rolling the D6s as well, and Johnny, before he went in for surgery, told me to toggle that on because he was also having that trouble with Aldwin.
Okay, so now I'll try Great Axe again. But didn't roll damage again. You whore. I just had it. It's always roll damage. Oh, I hope I hit save, dumbass.
That might help
Okay.
just a little bit.
Let's try it again. There we go. Is everything tracking right now? Yep,
Yep,
got my
there it is.
46 on there.
All better.
Yep, all better now. Look at that. Roll Levine will be saying, "Why you gotta go make things so complicated?" Of course, I gotta stop for fuel before I get into California because California prices are crazy, y'all.
Gas prices in general are crazy, but yes, I can imagine California's are worse than ours or anybody else's.
Yeah, I think they're at like $6.50 a gallon for diesel.
disgusting. We're at like 5:40 out here on the East Coast, and I mean, at least you probably have like a company card to get your diesel with. You don't really have to pay out
Yeah.
of pocket.
Yeah, it's a. If I was a truck driver, I would not be making money if I was. No way you make money if it was owner operator right now.
Yeah, if you were a private.
Yeah.
Welcome back, friends.
There's so much stuff I have to finish on my character sheet still. I just wanted to get a base function today.
Hey, Rog, that's over to your turn here to continue off where we left.
Right, Rog's moving in.
Looks like you found a little private work area here. The terminal is still flashing as though it has active properties, and there is a door over here that has no handle, no hinges, and is very clearly attached to accessing this terminal here, as best you can tell. Uh-oh! Something's happening in Streamland. I'm grateful for it, whatever it is. But it's going to take me a second before I see it. Cowboy Can with a 26-month subscription. Thank you kindly, brother.
Right, Rog's gonna go to the computer to see if he can open the door.
Alright, let's go investigation. Yeah, this has a lot to do with botany and matching different plants to different known cures. You are pretty certain it will take a pretty good nature check to be able to decipher the code on this terminal right here. How's Rog's nature? Not so good. How about Katie? Any points in nature over there?
Not unless my super secret special homebrew feat thing gives me extra, because right now I'm just at a +1.
Oh dear.
I got a +5 in there.
It's okay, I had a +4 and I still rolled that.
Yep, hold on a second. Yeah, there should be... Alright. Hey, why did that delete? There. Hey! Stop trying to take the away from me. I know what I'm doing. Huh. Okay, I found it. 1 second.
Last time we had a super secret type stuff, we ended up with an additional enemy on the battlefield.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
like
I
that.
will remind you, I am the Nat 1 queen, so typically it doesn't matter what kind of super secret feat I have.
Alright, try it now. Let's see how your nature looks.
Dude, that was
Told you! Dude, I told you!
Yeah, that's
Nat
not,
1 queen.
Yeah, it's not showing correct. You should have an additional +10 to that. But
Oh yeah, no, I
it
don't.
doesn't
It's
show
showing
up.
us a +5 on the sheet.
Yeah. Yeah, because I added the +10 from your feet in there. But regardless, a 19 on your nature check for your character here. You would just need to be up near the terminal. Yeah, this is a rather straightforward puzzle here that is actually slightly entertaining, if not a bit too quick to resolve. There's only 5 questions and 5 items to match up. And before you know it, you hear the door open up, accessing a new area that also has power and a couple more terminals. over against the western wall.
Dog moves it, and I end my turn there then, because that's as far as I can go.
Okay, so that'll bring it back to Krina and Hyi'Rhi over on this southern side of the wrecked Judiciary Committee.
Alright, me and Dog will be moving in.
Yep, and you can likewise see that weird hazy blur about 40 feet down the hallway it's unlike anything you've ever seen before short of an actual drug trip.
See, it's smell-o-vision.
Brings back memories. We're going to approach with caution.
Okay.
With the all-important snoot check in effect.
No, you'll get the dog eye.
He's had worse.
All right. Let's go ahead and get insight checks from both of you.
Insight from Barbarian?
Well, I'm sorry, I mean both of Sarah's characters.
Okay.
Cleavna is just more curious about this than anything, but our faithful companion is actually driven back to the other side of the room, tail tucked between legs and a bit of a whimper. That
What tail? He don't have a tail.
Oh, you
He got
took
a
the
little
tail
nub.
away. The little
No,
nub.
he's a proper corgi. His tail is docked.
Ah, well, the little nub is twitching with great concern, and you can
And his ears are
immediately
pinned?
tell. Yeah, he is not interested in whatever that blur is.
Dragonborn, this is Reeve, you said your name was. This is beyond us.
Huh.
If Gwydion's not feeling it, then there's no way we're getting through there.
Okay.
Perhaps we should try to find some way around or scale or circumvent the outside of the hull of the ship to get maybe inside or around it. But this is likely the source of this whatever interference is leading people astray. And it certainly seems like something that could have been her doing.
Who's doing?
My sworn nemesis, of course. The one who known as Hyi'Rhi. Foul trickstress she is.
Which one?
Well, this one, obviously.
No, I meant like 12 of them bitches. Which one?
There are more? That's
there's a-
excellent. Exactly what we friggin' need. More of them.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw the last one I saw die. But, I mean, I've met her like 17 different times.
Well, this one likes to wear band merch. Some band, I don't know, Blink 182. I've heard their music. It's okay, but it's not the best. You ever seen that one?
Damn, have I ever met an IG that sounds like that?
That's a new one to you.
Nope, never met that one.
But good. Now that I know that there's more of them, who knows what sort of scent trail Gwydion's following. It could be your IG, it could be my IG. Who freaking knows? But I've got to find out. Because there's some serious shit happening back in town.
Can your doggy smell high elf?
Smell what?
High elf.
High elf.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Very.
We've met an elf or two.
Oh, have you met an elf named Zyfox?
Nope. You have anything that smells like him on your person?
Nope. Is it the end of your turn? I'm guessing now.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I am gonna. Okay, well then, get away from here. There's another door over here, correct?
There is, yeah. Just typing out some specifics right there in the chat.
All right, I want to. Well, I got a door icon here, so I want to try to open this door and see if I can electrocute it.
All right, give it a go.
Well, there's no door icon here. Oh, there it is. I have to do that. Sorry.
Yeah, move. Just give the screen a little wiggle. There is no lock. There is no trap. This appears to be a small storage chamber, and there are 3 crates stacked over here against the western wall.
Oh. Oh, old habits kicking in about pillaging supplies. There are 3 crates in here. I am going to search them real quickly. Or search in these, or try, or be in here for searching purposes. Can I open any of these crates with bonus action or anything like that?
You can object interaction open one of them, and you can bonus action open another one of them.
Well, my object interaction is opening the door, so I guess bonus action,
yeah.
I'll open the. I guess I will open the one right in front of me.
Okay. Let's see, 87 we are looking at. So close. There are 5 bars of Confederacy gold with the Confederacy stamp emblazoned on them, and you imagine each of those is worth about 100 gold.
Found 5 gold bars in here so far. If anybody wants to come over here and help search these crates, then on my turn.
Okay. That brings us back to Katie and Rog, who are up on this side of the room, having just accessed a new chamber.
And I will once again defer my actions to Frog's lead to protect the small little baby.
Go right ahead, Rog.
Right. I'll check the computer here then.
Okay. Let's try another investigation, please. You can see a few crates stacked up against the southern wall right here as well. They have glass tops and fronts, or perhaps some kind of reinforced glass, you imagine. Because looking inside, there are all kinds of different vials and beakers filled with unknown substances that briefly give both of you pause and caution. Especially as you glance across to the other side of the room and see 4 different workstations, each of which have been hermetically sealed, and each of which contain a different colored vial that just reads danger, danger, danger all over it. The investigation check matched up against the terminal here tells you that this is a very dangerous infectious disease study area that you're not sure what the Confederacy was getting into here, but you appear to have stumbled onto something very interesting and, of course, dangerous at the same time.
Okay, I'm gonna try to open one of these boxes then.
All right. You can
I'm just gonna be
easily
like,
access
Bob,
it.
that doesn't feel like a good idea.
Yeah, you never play with
I'm not that smart, but I understand danger.
I just turn my head and think, look at me. Do I look normal to you?
Well, no, but you look smarter than me. And if you're smarter than me and I can understand the word danger, then you should know danger is bad. Bad,
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, it should be
If
danger
you
for
had to give a
enemies.
number to your intelligence, what would it be?
You watch it again.
If you had to give a number to your intelligence, what would it be?
I probably should think I'm intelligent about 5.
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 20, my intelligence would be about like a 12.
Mine's 15.
So smarter than me.
Well, your insight definitely tells you that fiddling around with any of these dangerous vials here is probably not a good idea unless you have not only the proper knowledge, but also the proper protective equipment. Thank you for the subscription there, Kimberly. 23 months here with Role Playing Unlimited, almost 2 years. Woo, woo, woo.
So I open the chest anyway.
Oh, dear God. Okay. Thankfully, it's not like a gaseous form. Yeah, you open and access and have the ability to now access several of these strange vials.
Can I like look around to see if there's any like protective gear or something for us? Like an investigation or survival check or something, because he is going to get us killed immediately.
Please do. Give me an investigation check.
Oh Lord. 4.
4.
Why don't you use an inspiration to get the
Okay,
better
fine.
number?
Well, you know what? Yeah, now I'm gonna have to use an inspo because you're gonna fucking kill us, dude. So now I'm
killing you?
gonna have to burn my inspo. I'm gonna burn my inspo so that way you don't kill us. If Daniel says, please look around for protective gear, that's a bad sign, dude.
Hi, Katya. Welcome to Sunday morning. We're kind of idiots.
You never do what the DM says.
Oh, man. Well, the bad news is there is no sign of any protective gear in this chamber. The good news is you have found a door over on this side of the room that might have something thereabouts.
I'm gonna go check that out, and hopefully, while he plays with that fucking thing, it kills only him.
All right.
Fine, I look at you and walk over.
All right, this is like one of those refrigerator doors with a bunch of those little magnetic pieces on the outside of it that you can like write funny words and messages to each other or tell each other how much you hate them before you leave the house forever, or whatever suits your fancy. In this case, however, it is as I stated before, the aforementioned team building exercise. As we are gonna, son of a bitch, we're gonna get into a puzzle here of sorts that we have played a number of times before at many of our tables. Not every table has played them before. Maybe you weren't here the last time we did play one of these. But before we go getting fully into this, let's take a look-see at the map here. Building, 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 building. Okay. Everything is set here. I have assigned each of you to be able to access each of these pieces that are scattered across different sections of the board. Your objective, of course, is to fill in each of these boxes correctly. Normally what we do is we pause after each box to make sure it's done correctly. We're not going to do that this time. What we're going to do is just let you go through the whole thing, because if you get all of them successfully, then you've gotten all of them. It doesn't matter. So there are 9 boxes that need to be completed here in order to gain access to this next room. Otherwise, I'm going to set a timer on this here. It looks like somebody has already started working on a couple of these right here, whether they have done correct in so doing, or that is just a mislead right there. Who knows? But again, I'm going to set a timer here right now. We're going to drop out of initiative. We can assume all 4 of our characters have gotten up to this point, so all of you are free to begin interacting with the pieces. Technically, you're already doing that, so I'm going to set the timer at a few seconds less. Otherwise, go right ahead.
Y'all, we're so fucked. I'm so bad at Tetris.
Oh, one quick interjection. Let me pause the timer here. Be very careful that you do not select the delete button or backspace while you have your hands on a piece, because if you do so, you're going to delete that piece from the board, and that could spell trouble. Resume.
I wish they were a little better contrasted. My vision is
Same.
trouble.
Yeah.
Box 1 complete.
Yeah, that is a downfall with this thing right here. Let me see if I can do something about the backdrop at least. Details. What if I make the background hot pink? Whoa! Well, that doesn't help. I don't know that helps. Does it?
Box 9 is done. Kind of.
Oh, yeah.
It's just mostly I couldn't see the pieces in the background.
Yeah, that helps right there. Now that I'm looking at it on the separate layers, that's much better.
Box 8 is done.
Oh, I don't have a piece outfit.
Guys, I'm so sorry. We're gonna die.
It's okay.
Box 7 is done.
Can you guys
This
tell I
one's easy.
failed geometry in high school?
So did I. That's why I subject people to these cruel and unusual punishments.
Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, shit. This isn't like Tetris. I can't move the blocks around.
You can
Yeah, what happened?
tilt the pieces. If you select, if you select a piece, it's the little circle that's protruding from the top side of it on one top right or top left. Yep, somebody just turned something into Utah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Just remember, just because you've completed one, you may have used the wrong pieces. That might be needed on a different puzzle. So if you see a piece that's missing elsewhere and you see it's being used somewhere else and you can see a different way to assemble that particular puzzle, you may have your answer.
I'm wondering if some of the pieces are all kind of the same color, even though my vision's really shit. I'm wondering if those pieces belong in the same squares. But maybe not.
Well, keep on putting it together. I'm gonna grab some chips and watch how this goes.
Tilt this piece to make it sideways and put it in the second block. Yeah. And
I've got the corner.
yeah. So we took care of one of the most difficult pieces to deal with. You know,
I do want it on the record, Johnny, the Sly, that I do see you bullying us in Twitch. Okay? And when you come back, I will be bullying you just as hard. I'm not gonna bully you today because you're in the hospital. But when you're back, I'm bullying you.
at least you don't live with him.
That's my problem.
That's my problem. And Queen, we love you for it, Queen. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's my guy.
Better trivia.
Yeah, we don't have a piece for that. That piece would have been that piece, but then those don't go. I am mediocre at Tetris at best.
I have played Tetris like 2 times in my life and it frustrated me, so I just stopped. My mom didn't raise a bitch, but she sure did raise a quitter.
One square too short there.
Okay, so let's click on that. Be right back. I gotta help a short queen reach the laundry pots.
I keep running into needing the same piece that we don't have.
It's not any other pieces that we already solved.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that we probably need
Yeah.
pieces for things that we already solved, but we're like, no, they're solved, don't touch them.
Exactly.
You already know this one's wrong because we're not gonna have a perfect square available if we don't move anything.
Yeah, I wish we could
Do
not
I
just
look like I
rotate,
have a
but
bad
flip
dude?
them.
Just go upstairs. You're fine. You're fine, go upstairs. Bye, ho.
I feel like you have a relationship that I have with my brother.
What? What's up?
I want to say it's not like you have a relationship I have with my brother. Calling each other hoe and bitch and whore and stuff like that.
Perfectly
Yeah, that
normal.
was my sister. Although I also talk to my mom like that, so.
Oh, I never talked to my mom like that. I got raised by adult and cattle prods.
I got
yeah,
3.
no.
It's might be wrong, but
Hate this puzzle. Where's Dawn when you need him?
He's probably just sitting back, tending to gardens, eating chips, just laughing maniacally. Off mic.
Yeah. Okay. Someone said
Yeah,
move
like
that.
that.
Piece over there, but that is not very helpful. Loving Twitch chat right now.
Move that piece over there. Good job, Don.
very helpful.
That piece over to there. Do it now.
Oh, dude, we do not have this.
If we had a cat companion, it would knock the pieces off the table.
Wait, grumpy old fat guy is Dawn?
Stop.
Oh my god. Dude. Come on, man.
We're doing our best.
We only have the combined intelligence of 4 people each who hate Tetris.
Yeah, that's true.
Give me some trivia. I got that. I got that in spades. Give me some shooting challenge with a gun.
You guys want to talk about Broadway? I can talk about Broadway.
You guys want to talk about Star Wars? Mass Effect? I got you there.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Star Wars, so every time this campaign goes deep into its Star Wars stuff, I'm just like, nope. I'll be texting my mom like, the fuck is this? And she's like, I have failed you as a mom.
Oh, that's okay. There was a funny moment where that Star Trek Into Darkness movie, me and my aunt watched it. They did the reveal of Khan because we were at a movie theater. We watched it together. And we're like, oh my god, no way, it's Khan. Then then it came out as DVD, and we're watching it. My brother gets to the Khan reveal. My brother's like, who's Khan? I'm like, I said, kill yourself, and my aunt said, get out. He knew who Khan was.
Valid.
And well, alas, friends, we have reached the end of our time.
Yeah, of course we have. Of course.
Absolutely not surprised.
How many did we get right?
The ones that you got right, maybe? I was counting on you to
Unhelpful.
just do it, honestly, because all the pieces are here. I just took them all out of their proper assembly and scattered them to the pages here. I wasn't actually keeping track on the correct key on the next page. I do know one of them for sure was done correctly and then disassembled a few times as well. Let's see, which one was that? That was...
You gotta go with the first one.
Probably. It's like the simplest one. Yeah, this right here with that.
And then the 2 line pieces.
And that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and technically you could do that in
Yeah,
different
I put
formation
that back
as well.
together, but then I was like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, that's really the only way that those pieces can go because they're so big and clunky, and then the rest of them I know just kind of fit in and of themselves, but yeah. Other parties have done this before, but I think what they've had the best success with is primarily having me tell them after each puzzle is completed, yes, that's right, no, that's wrong, etc., and so on, but that becomes tedious and stopping the clock, starting the clock, stopping, starting, blah, 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 blah. And really the point of all this, again, was to build some teamwork, and if you completed it within the 11-minute time frame, then we did have a little bonus for your characters, but as we did not, we will just hand wave that and say that your characters do eventually get the correct combination without having to spend hours and hours here out of game physically doing it, upon which we can access the locked door and see what is on the other side. Again, all your characters would be up here at this point, so you guys can move your tokens up here to the north side of the map as you wish.
Well, I'm still checking chests and stuff. Angles. I got 5 gold bars.
All right, he's going to stay down there and continue checking that. That's fine.
Well, I still have 2 more chests to search, and I'll be over there.
That's fine. Okay.
Right, if they go back, I'll go back to the chest and grab a potion.
Oh man, that's not a potion. See, that's where I failed you. He thinks they're potions. Don't drink it.
No, I'm joking. I open the door.
Okay. Open the door, and we find a room with 3 crates on the northern wall, and on the southern wall is a cleanser unit, which does have 2 biohazard suits that are currently cleaned and ready for use if any of your characters wants to delve into an outbreak type scenario. Otherwise, these crates on the northern side of the wall appear to be very, very interesting, perhaps the most interesting in this entire section of the map.
Right, I use my bonus action to open it then.
Okay. Opening 1 opens them all. They are all connected as one very large weapons chest. There is, in fact, an automatic rifle inside of here that is taking up a substantial amount of real estate. Additionally, there are a number of, at this stage, amorphous +1 weapons that will take whatever shape your characters deem necessary when you take them into your possession, i.e., if with your starting magic items you did not already assign yourself at least a +1 weapon of some sort, there is one of those here in this chest for you to do so with. There are also a number of potions and a deck of cards that... No, just kidding. Feel like we've already done the deck.
It's a deck of many things with only bad cards.
Yeah, let's do that for a change. We've always done the mix and the only good cards. Now let's do the only bad cards and see who can survive the longest. Because that's really all you can do, is be the last one to die.
That can be a side session with no consequences.
Man, we are rolling pretty high on the chest here. Let's see here. So yeah, go ahead, add +1 weapons of your desire in that respect. There are also 6 potions of healing, wouldn't you know it, 1 for each member of the party.
Grab me a great axe while you're over there.
Okay. And yep, that is pretty much everything that's in here. Just some magic item and healing stockpiles for your group. We do have one character in the group who is pretty effed up wound-wise, and for whatever reason, his subscription regeneration is not tending to those wounds the way that you might expect them to. As far as back down here, we have got 2 more crates to check out, and within we find... Okay. One moment.
Uh-oh.
It's a bomb.
Yay! Mom, bonus action rage. Okay, I got a question. How stupid am I? Every time I hear the word bomb, I immediately go to ba 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 Moran. Ba 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 ba. I don't know why my brain does that. Every time I hear the word bomb.
I got into an argument with a guitarist that I was in a band with way back in the day over what the name of that song is, because he kept insisting it was Boppa Ran. And I was like, no, it's Barbara Ann is the name of the song. He's like, it's not Barbara Ann. I was like, just look at the album, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Barbara Ann.
It's Barbara Ann.
Yeah. Who names their kid Boppa Ran?
Where the heck is the magic item chart? I am so unused to this. Here we go, page 216. Oh. I don't know why that
Oh, I rolled something else on my random chest activated magic item chart. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. We're gonna start checking out this book right here. We got a 34, which I think is gonna set 34. That does not help. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, that's handy. We will ignore that because we are going magic item heavy. I'm pretty sure this little checkbox right here for tracking magic items throughout the different levels, we've already surpassed that in some capacity for a lot of our characters. Alright.
An already full bag of holding.
Artifacts. What the heck? What am I missing here? Where's the actual, like, generation chart? Okay, here we go. Oh, and then I guess you just choose everything. That's inconvenient.
Yeah, an already full bag of holding.
Okay, and then a common and an uncommon and a rare. And yes, speaking of which, I did intend to include one bag of holding per player character in that chest with the magic items and the potions of healing.
Give me a bag of holding too.
Gonna need those, and let's not play around like we've done in previous campaigns where like one person can hold all the party gear until we have enough of them generate inside of the random mercantile. We'll just hand wave that. They're only worth 250 gold pieces each anyway. You can each just have one. Let's play. Okay, yep. Okay, Steven, give me a die 6.
It's always on the random rolls where you ask for only one, I get the lowest roll ever. And that one king on everything but a d20.
Alright, you have found a magical jack-in-the-box.
Huh?
Yep. A magical jack-in-the-box indeed. We will need an identify to determine just what this item is. And then let me check to see what our other item is.
It's probably cursed.
The Fokluken Bandor, or the Fosluken Bandor, one of the instruments of the bards. It contains the Entangle, the Fairy Fire, the Shillelagh, and the Speak with Animals spell. You do need to be a bard to be able to attune to this item, but otherwise, not bad at all. It looks like some kind of a large stringed instrument. It's got like 40 plus strings on it, but it kind of holds like a guitar. So let's make sure to track those on our party inventory page, which I think is it's now an appropriate time to create one of those. Let me see here.
Yeah. So add the cursed jack in the box and the Bangle Lords and Bangles on there.
Bless you.
Now I'll move up well. Then I'll move up to where the party is and
Let's see.
get my +1 magic weapon in my bag of holding.
Swan party inventory.
And like since I'm standing in the doorway between like everybody else and all that, I'll just like be passing stuff back, like kind of assembly line style, and just letting everyone pass things out as they want them.
Like a fire department's bucket brigade, and you're just foisting things upon
Absolutely,
me.
100%. And like obviously, Gwydion gets like first stab at anything. He can have anything he wants all the time.
He's giving everything a good sniff spection.
Well, obviously, he's the goodest boy.
Yeah, a corgi the size of a Great Dane.
Inventory from companion. How do you do this?
Yeah, he's Gwitty Doody Doo, cousin of Scooby Dooby Doo.
Yeah, this generation is not working the way I had hoped it would. Oh well. I was able to get the Jack in the Box on the character on the party inventory sheet here, but otherwise, let's just kind of leave that be. I think you got your push to talk button stuck there, Steven.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so one of your characters, is anybody actually got bard levels? Or let's see, we got barbarian, that's not really bard. That's not either. Nope.
I don't think anybody here is musically inclined. Except my dog, to howl at things that aren't there.
Fair enough.
I mean, not unless you count the crushing of the bones of my enemies.
To crush your enemies, to hear the lamentations of the women.
Very barbarian of you.
Sounds reasonable. Yeah, I just cannot get this frickin' item to populate, so I'm actually going to end up dropping it onto Johnny's sheet. Why not?
So he's
Bam!
just running back out into the beach where he's there with his mangled leg and just dumping items on top of him.
Yeah, I'm taking this item because I want it. Let's make sure he actually got it. Yay, there it is. All right. I don't think it's been equipped, so to speak. So yeah, that'll take care of that. And let's see. So yep, we got the gold bars, we got the bags of holding, we got the magic weapons, we got potions of healing, we got pretty much everything that there is to get on this map. We ran into a few strange encounters that ended up being dead ends. And otherwise, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to send us to a quick BRB. And I want to see if I can stream this here. Hey, it works. All right. Can actually stream the Google Earth map here, so we can kind of get a better look of just where we're at. For any who did not see the information in the Roll20 page, we are pretty much out here by Parua Bay, but more appropriately kind of out on this peninsula, out by this Freedom camping site, which is probably closest to the city of Hyi'Rhi, right over here. But where Sarah's character is from and the incidents and events that she references, that would be over here at Parua Bay. So, hey, how about that? I don't need to create a map at all. I'll just use the real one, more or less.
Hey, that's what it's there for.
Sounds reasonable to me. And then I think I can ditch the extra one right there. That's all we need in that capacity. So, yep, just so we have a visual representation of where we're at and this general vicinity. Once we exit the plane wreckage, kind of got an idea of what the region is like around us here. Is there any particular direction that catches your fancy? We've got certainly a large ocean, kind of a lake that bleeds into the ocean here. Of course, the ocean itself off to the east. We've got a pair of peninsulas, a trifecta of them actually, depending on which area we choose to explore. The larger one here to the east, the one that we start on further off to the west right here looks a little bit rocky and swampy. There's a large, seemingly impassable mountain directly to the north of us here, on the other side of which are a number of different sites that may prove of interest. Otherwise, what are we thinking? We kind of got a bit of an open sandbox direction at this point, it would seem.
Daniel, I would like to have my character suggest that since investigating the wreckage seems to be a bit of a dead end, and obviously one of their group that I know, that Aldwin, that I want to get him to safety, I would like to recommend that we retreat back to Parua Bay, and so I can tell them about what's happening and see if they're willing to help me get to the bottom of it.
What
Out
y'all
of
think?
game. I'm saying I think you made half those names up for that place in New Zealand. But in game, I'm like, sure. I got my bag of holding right here. Got my good axe. I'm ready. Maybe we can find life axe in the way too.
Yes, I'm more than willing to help you if you're willing to help me. But no IG is a friend of mine. So you're gonna have to deal with that.
Like I said before, there's like about like 17 of them bitches. Alright?
But yes, Daniel, I would like to take them back to my superhero lair.
Your secret
What?
underground lair?
It's more like a pimped out treehouse, but
Sure.
same vibes.
Sure, fair enough. All right. Well, the secret lair is conveniently located probably just west outside of town in that forested, mountainous kind of area, like right about here. And upon arrival, you are free to explain or describe what it is that they see and what information it is that you want to convey to them.
So, as we go tromping through the woods, I will have dismounted from Gwydion and put Aldwin in the saddle, since mangled leg equal no walkie good. You'll see kind of like a cute, quaint but well-fortified 2-story house suspended in the branches of a massive... I don't know, does New Zealand have oak trees? They probably have oak trees. So I'm going to say an oak tree.
Supposedly like a tropical rainforest. So I
Tropical
would think
rainforest? So maybe like a cedar?
Yeah.
I think they have... Yes.
Some form of hardwood.
So, yeah.
Big tree can hold house.
I had
They
to do
probably
some
got coconut
research because
trees.
y'all threw me here where I'm not familiar.
But so we'll make kind of like a temporary camp at the base of the tree because Gwydion can't fly. Or no, there's stairs. We'll go up the stairs. There's spiral staircase up into the house. I'll welcome you all in.
Yeah.
A la like Lothlorien from Lord of the Rings. And I'll explain that that I've been here for quite some time. I used to live in the Feywild, and then things happened, and I came to this place seeking a new start. I've kind of made a name for myself amongst the local population, kind of a keeper of the peace, and the IG 182. She is no good. She is causing trouble and mischief and mayhem left, right, and center, and we have been duking it out for, it feels like years at this point. But
May I
so
ask a clarification question to you?
hit me.
Is this house in the trees accommodating to a medium-sized creature of a 7'7" structure?
Hell yeah.
Okay, sure.
You
All
you
right,
aren't
so
you aren't gonna fall out.
Well, it's more of, am I going to destroy your house trying to get into a door?
No. I built it capable for my dog and plenty of room, even though I am a small.
Because most houses, I feel like, aren't built for Goliaths when you're not really in a Goliath encampment.
Correct. Hold on. I'll post an inspo on this. But I'll explain that shortly, like a handful of hours before the ship crashed. 90% of the people of Perua Bay, including all of the children for some inexplicable reason, which were near and dear to my heart, they're gone. They're just poof into the ether. And it smells and it feels like something that IG would be behind. So we came to the crash site to investigate because one crisis right after another, they've got to be connected somehow. And this is my mystery. The vanishing, I need to solve it. I need to bring these people back. If you're willing to help me find them, bring them back safe and sound, and put IG down for good, because this is gone on long enough, then I'm willing to help you with your missing companions and what have you. The high elf Xifax that Reeve was speaking of, and whomever it was that Rog was looking for. I will help you if you help me. And then she'll kind of extend her very small, tiny hands out for a multitude of handshakes of agreement. Meanwhile, Gwydion is kind of bouncing around, sniffing all of the people, recognizing their smells, that they're going to become friend instead of just other creature.
Solid RP, I like it.
During the time out she was talking, let's see, where's it at? I would ritual cast speak with animals and talk to the dog.
Oh, who the fuck says you could talk with me? Oh,
No. He's not having the Schwartzen voice.
come on! Come on!
Please give him the Schwarzen voice.
I'm gonna RP him with the voice that I use to personify my own dog.
Love it.
Brilliant.
What you mean? You talk to me? You talk to me? Oh, only Mama talk to me. Who you?
Well,
You
I could.
smell like storm over the water.
Yeah, I'm a lightning dragonborn. My name is Reed.
Hi, Mama calls me Gwydion, but I'm superpowered dire corgi of doom and heroicness.
Nice. So wait, superpower. I'll ask the group. Do y'all feel like you've changed a bit? Like you have abilities you didn't have before, but lost other abilities?
What you mean? Gwydion always bite good and smell good, always. And Mama always super powerful, super strong.
Yeah, but I've never been able. I don't know. Reels just start thinking and then start floating in the air. Just thinking, like I don't know. Everything seems lighter all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Well, your paw's not on the ground no more.
Holy shit! I can fly.
Mama got wings. She fly too. But not when she turn all sparkly and silvery. Then she no fly.
Okay, well, I could speak to you for a little bit, but not all the time.
It's
Otherwise,
okay.
otherwise it'd just be box and stuff, and I don't understand most box.
You'll figure it out. I'm pretty easy to understand. Bark, 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 bark. And then I sniff. And then sometimes I pee on stuff. But you know, it's just because it's mine now.
I did an animal handling check just for like a vibe check for the dog, and this dog is my best friend now. So just gonna throw that out there.
I've just met Gwydion for 1 second, and now I would, or for 1 day, and then I would kill everyone in this room. If something happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yes, that exact scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yes.
Nice.
Yep. So, well, I'm not
And
the
if
only
I
one,
trust
right?
the dog, I therefore inherently have to trust the dog's roommate. And the roommate just happens to be Fairy. So I now just have to trust you by association.
Well, this
Well,
is
I'm not the only
entirely
one,
up to
right?
you how long you guys want to hang out here and kind of lay low and discuss what your plans are and which direction you want to choose to investigate, how it is that you will choose to investigate. If you're going to wait for some kind of event to present itself, that will hopefully give you another clue. Entirely up to you in that regard, but you probably aren't prepared for this, and again, we're only session 1, so it's not really a big deal in any respect, but you guys are free to take any form of rest that you wish at this point, up to and including a long rest if you so wish, to see what the next day holds if you don't have any ideas for what you might want to do on this day.
Well, who asked like when we woke up, like, do you feel like something was like different? Like, I'm assuming it wasn't a rhetorical question because I was gonna respond, but
Oh,
then the conversation kept happening.
no, that was me. Like, I have never
Oh,
been able to fly before.
okay, yeah, because I was gonna respond like, well, you know how I've always been like not the smartest, or like my brain just hasn't always been like the goodest. I now
Yep.
have I feel like it's kind of like a little bit sharper. Like if I really needed to, I'd be able to like get myself out of a situation a little bit better if it really came down to it, instead of having to completely rely on you guys to get me out of it, if that makes sense.
Basically just vague references to whatever your superpower is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think I changed the most. I used to be a Goliath, but look at me now.
Yes, you're very small. So then I just like start poking you.
Small? I'm 6'3".
Oh my God, you're so small. Look at you. You're like
I'm
as
gonna
small as this dog.
I'm
Uh,
gonna bonus action Misty step to the other side of the room. What the hell was that? I can teleport. I'll just start bouncing around the whole house, teleporting around.
yeah.
Misty stepping.
Cleavna and Gwydion will definitely be kind of putting Aldwin in a comfortable chair and tending to his leg as best they can, because I know this guy. We've crossed paths before. We're basically friends. I don't
Sure.
know what he's doing with any of you guys, but
Oh, he
back
showed up
back
at the Red Hold.
we were friends as
Nice.
as children, running through the Feywild. He was there when I found Gwydion.
Yeah, he showed up at the Red Hold randomly.
Crazy. And you know, I would assume Aldwin. I mean, at least for this point, the fact that Johnny's not here, he's unconscious with the pain or what have you. I'll be like
In flits of consciousness and what have you. His wound
tending to
can
his.
be tended to, but it's strange that it's got some kind of. The closest similarity would be the ravenous wound, which you guys kind of saw some examples of during the endgame battle when you were observing how the middle trilogy characters were combating those zombies. But this just seems similar, but slightly parallel, not identical.
So like the wound can be closed, but it won't really be healing, and he won't regain HP.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So she'll be like stitching the wound and bandaging it, maybe putting a little something something on it. Whether it works or not, that's something altogether different. But she's taking care of her friends and letting the new potential friends kind of settle in and figure out what's going on. But I will recommend let's rest here for a short time, and I believe we should make our way to the city to see if the vanishing has spread beyond this little town that I call home.
During this short rest, I want Arevia to try her damnedest to like befriend Cleavena, like try so hard and just absolutely beef it. My charisma fucking sucks. I want to try so hard and just beef it and have you just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like the most awkward small talk, and you offering to
Yes.
help, and it's just like, no,
Yeah,
no, it's good, but you're like knocking
yeah,
stuff off shelves.
yes, absolutely. Girl, you get me. Oh my god.
Hey,
Maybe one of
DM.
those files from the containers could help him heal.
I was gonna say,
Oh
DM.
man. Please don't let him administer Johnny any of that medicine.
No,
DM.
no.
One of my superpowers is energy expulsion. Which damage type would I figure out that be?
Let me check the superpowers channel.
Because I'm basically using this time to basically like get myself familiar with my superpowers, basically.
Let's see. Maybe use as many times as your character has attacks. I believe that's a die 10.
Okay, rolling a die 10. Let's see what my energy expulsion power would be. 8.
Alright. Let me double check on the list here. Okay, so bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing are off the table because that's not energy. So acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, necrotic, poison, psychic. That's the second person who got psychic.
I can fire psychic damage?
That's right.
Why, a Pokemon?
It's a direct assault on the creature's mind.
You'll see Reef form a ball in his hand, and just like, and then just throw it up into the air and hit the ceiling. Okay, got away with that. Nice.
Actually, you're trying to kill party members already. Yes!
Careful, with a good bite, Gwydion will OHKO you in one hit.
You did not just see Reef form a ball of pinkish purple energy in his hands and throw it up into your house, and causing no damage to your house, basically.
Unless that house is subject to psychic damage. Verbal insults.
It's an inanimate fucking object. I don't think it has.
This house sucks.
It's inanimate
Aww.
Can we get the CEM command thing enabled for the chat?
Oh, sure. Let
Thank
me
you.
close out here, jump back over to that. Yeah, I didn't do anything with API yet on these game pages. Thank you. Alright, so we want color script, I think it is. Color emote. That's right. Okay, should be set.
What was the command again? Exclamation point CEM?
Correct. Yeah, it looks like it's still spinning up the sandbox, but it should be any second now.
But do we agree that when we next venture out, we want to move towards the city?
Fangaray off to the west?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay.
cutting along the edge of the hills towards the city to investigate to see if it's also been hit with a vanishing.
Fair. Okay. If there are
'Cause
no
I'd say-
objections.
Probably Cleavna has already sniffed and wandered her way through Perua to gather what intel what little intel there is, other than, oh my god, so many people and all of the children are gone.
That's correct. And the people who are remaining here are not really in any state to offer advice or aid. They are just all kinds of panicked over this unprecedented event. All right. I'm not hearing any objections to heading off to the west, so let's check our random encounter generator, see if anything comes up. And despite the scale of this map right here, any who are familiar with New Zealand know that it's not the most spacious plot of land. It doesn't take that long for us to actually get anywhere. Let's see if there's a yeah, measure distance. Perfect. Yeah, it's still measuring in meters right here, unless that's 9,000 miles. I hope not. So, yeah, I think you can change the...
No, they're definitely hitting you with the metric.
Oh, definitely. And then it'll convert that over to kilometers at some point. Yeah, now we're talking like 12 kilometers to get pretty much the most direct route right here. I don't know how many in our group have the capability of flight, but in any case, it's not a whole lot. There we go. Yeah, just to end the distance project right there. So let's check every few kilometers, see if we have any kind of encounter. Yeah, this is like the opening chapters of The Stand. It's just vacant. It's just nobody out here except for the small cluster of your party. Otherwise, if you didn't know any better, you'd swear you were the
A
last
stand.
people on the planet.
A stand? Is it Star Platinum or the world?
I'm sorry, say again?
I was making an anime joke. You said the
Oh,
stand, and I know it's a book, but I was like, oh, a stand? Is it Star Platinum or the world?
oh, gotcha. Yeah, right over my head for sure.
Cleavena will make a comment as they're traveling that the forests are usually not this empty. There's hikers, travelers, people on the roads. This
I
is not
do a
good.
nature check to just see like if anything is kind of sus about it, like nature-wise, and not just like
Sure.
supernatural-wise or whatever.
Totally cool. It's definitely sus in the respect that all of nature seems keenly aware of what has gone on, and they are all pretty much in a state of hiding. You don't feel like the animals were affected by whatever this thing was that removed so much of the population and all the children, but it's definitely something that has spooked all of the animals into a state of retreat and concealment, at least for the time being.
Okay, so then
Flip for me.
I'll respond to Cleveland like, animals scared. They don't like this. Not right.
Yeah, for sure. Usually, by this point, because they know Gwydion and I shall not harm them, they're usually frolicking along the side of the road. Dogs, deer, and what have you, coming out of the underbrush to see us.
How long has it been like this, or this is new?
What do you mean? What?
Oh, of course, we
Oh,
got
he rolled
Katie
two
at the
now.
table.
Are you
So
having my ones? Are you rolling my ones for me right now?
No. He's rolling the worst possible thing on the encounter check.
I'm spreading my nat ones to everyone.
Not to me. I want that. I don't want that.
You're
See, you
supposed
say that now.
you're supposed to give them to Daniel during combat.
Not while he's looking for combat.
No, only during it. But to
Look,
answer
I don't control
Arevia's
when it happens.
to answer Arevia's question, Kyonya would be like, the vanishing in Perua, in the town, it happened only a handful of hours before your ship came screaming out of the sky. It's recent. Before this, the forests were full of life, loud, chirping birds, calling insects, and now just this unnatural quiet.
Maybe this ship landed with such a force that scared everything away.
No, this more.
In the instant, perhaps, but things would be returning back to life by now. Something far worse is afoot, and I don't like it, and I know, in my heart of hearts, I know that she's behind it.
Yes, you know nothing. You hush.
Who hush?
You hush.
I know the name of the ship we are was on the Judiciary Committee.
That's nice. This is not that. We discuss this, not that. This you don't know.
Yes, Reeve. You know what you know, but please refrain from making judgments upon my land, my people. This is my situation, and I have the best perspective about what's going on here.
Being very not respect.
I'm being respectful. I'm just haven't learning. You got look. I lost my big dragon breath abilities I used to have. I don't do that no more. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. But now I can teleport and never able to do that. I can fly. Haven't been able to really do that much unless I have boots on my head, on my flying boots. I can shoot these purple thing or beams that don't do any damage, so I'm guessing it's something that affects the mind. I
And
might
does
not be
any of
able
that make you
and
capable of respect?
no,
Because
I'm
right
just
now it
saying,
seems no.
I'm just saying, I don't know most of what's going on, but I'm helping where I can.
We agree about that.
Yes,
I was just thinking,
things are changing. I'm sure it's very unsettling.
maybe when the ship came down, it just scared him away.
But the fear of something like that from an animal wouldn't be this prolonged. Life would return for them. They would be out here being animals. Yet they're still gone.
Exactly.
Even you have to know that that's wrong.
Fine. I will admit that my idea was dumb. It's not the first time it's happened, it's not the last time it happened.
Oh, I know it won't be the last time it happens.
All right, Daniel, what did your one and then one mean?
Did it mean I get really bitchy because I did that?
Yes, that was the encounter. Now roll initiative against each other.
The encounter was the party's first argument.
How about that? Well, upon arriving in the outskirts of the city of Hyi'Rhi, we passed the airport, the port. There's still virtually no sign of anybody, and the few people that we do actually encounter seem to be just completely catatonic, or almost like they're programmed, like they'll introduce themselves, hey, how are you, pleasure to meet you, etc., so on, and then they're stuck to like 2 or 3 lines of dialogue. So after they cycle through that, they'll introduce themselves again and ask who you are, and oh yeah, pleasure to meet you, and so on, and then they'll stick to the same 2 or 3 lines of dialogue to where you're just kind of all looking at each other like, shit, for real? And eventually testing out, if at all, whatever options you might have to free them from this mental stupor or catatonia, whatever it may be, comes up with no positive results. You just kind of proceed on. All right, well, this is more information for us. Until we get within the central part of the city, along the river itself, in the small neighborhood known as Riverside. See here on our Google Earth map. Of course, you got to be on the stream to see this, because I don't think there's a way I can show this to you guys on Roll20, short of like copying over each individual map, pasting it over to a new Roll20 page, and that would just be time consuming. Theater of the mind, but if you want to get a pretty good view of what we're looking at here, check us out here live on Twitch, Streamland, IAKA as we call it. But as far as what we're seeing here, we will return to the Roll20 side of things, and there appears to be a small cluster of meteors that have touched down nearby the Riverside neighborhood, and touchdown is the most precise way of defining it, because they don't look like meteors that have crashed down from orbit and left huge trails in gouged earth, and the meteors themselves are smashed to a bazillion pieces. Like, these are clusters, different shapes of space rock that appear to have gently been set down in the tall grass and the small copses of woods out here in the Riverside neighborhood. And upon closer investigation, you can see that the few residents of the Riverside neighborhood, whether they are in catatonia or stupor or whatever the case is, there are a group of individuals who are dragging them back to these meteors that have been set down in the tall grass. And let's get some ideas of what these individuals look like. Oh, here's one of them, wearing some kind of living spiky crab armor, carrying a staff of jagged wicked spikes. There's this one as well, also wearing some kind of crab armor. And looks like it's carrying a living snake as a weapon. Now, this one here is particularly deformed. It seems to be a trait they all share in common. They have...
Oh my god, Voldemort got a wig?
They've all undergone some form of ritual torture or mutilation in some respect. This guy has lost his entire nose. And just a few more examples. Yeah, they're all wearing this wicked-looking crab armor. They've all got these weird snakes or staffs or snake staffs. That appears to be the case. It's actually one item that can actually change shape depending on the level of mastery and command that the Yuuzhan Vong has over it. That is correct. This is our introduction officially to the Yuuzhan Vong side of the campaign, and they have got some captives here in the Riverside neighborhood that we may or may not have some ambition to try to rescue. Otherwise, maybe we'll just bypass this encounter and watch what happens and store it away in the old compendium for further information. But that being the case, as we are approaching an actual battle sequence here, let's get this set up here. Yep. Welcome back on video. That's too much video. There we go. Okay. So, yep. That will officially wrap our first session here of the Coalescence Act 7. Session 1. Swan Crew in the books. I'll give you all a swish right here. Amazing roleplay today, taking over the session, helping guide our path, helping set our narrative, which I just found thoroughly entertaining, and was spending a lot of time clapping and laughing on the or off the microphone while you guys were playing out some of those scenes. So good on you. I'm very, very happy with what we have started to create here. Next time around, we'll have our full party. And thank you for checking us out here in Streamland. We had a solid 10, 13, 15 people even at one point watching the Swan Crew kick us off here. Tomorrow night, Monday evening, we are back with Huts on Fire. We will see exactly what the Monday evening crew gets into as they likewise try to navigate the crashed remains of the Judicial, and we'll see exactly where they find themselves and what kind of story they kind of carve out for the larger collective. Until then, friends, we'll be off pretty much rest of the day. Tomorrow, we'll catch you then. Same RU time, always the same RU channel. And we say it every time. We say it because it's true, friends. There is no RU without you. Have a good one, all.
Good night. We are the Moth.
Ciao, Bella.
Discretions
Good first session, gang.
Yep, now you guys are driving to
That
California.
RP was awesome.
Yeah, good
Yep.
game, guys.
Right. Ciao,
Let's go
Velas.
kick some Vong ass next Sunday.
You are alone. Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett.